once more. Hello, everybody, and good evening. One more time with this fun intro here. This is from WWOR TV when I used to do editorials back in the old days. Those of you that weren't around back in them days. So, one more time, and then we'll get started with the stream. Ooh. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Hope you're all enjoying it. That was our little intro there. Let me see something here a minute. Okay, let's take a look here. If we can do this, that would be wonderful. Then I can stream on X and show all of my X people this. Show my X people this. We'll do this later. Well, how's everybody doing tonight? I am doing wonderful. Let's go to YouTube on the phone here. Okay, there we go. Boom. Okay, view the channel. Bam. Okay, view the channel. All right, if you can all hear me, that would be wonderful. View the channel. All right, if you can all hear me, that would be wonderful. Okay. So I have a beef to pick with Netflix and WWE. That's why I wanted to come on here to begin with. It seems like they're cheating us out of 20 minutes. The first day they showed Raw in its entirety, all for the 2 hours. Now all of a sudden, last week and this week, last night, it came on at 8 p.m. on Netflix, and then cut off the show at 10:45 p.m. Eastern time. And that's what I don't understand. I hope the people at Netflix and WWE are listening to this channel, because we're paying $7.99 a month for Netflix with commercials, ads they call it, and you're cheating us out of 15 minutes. It's supposed to be 8 p.m. on the nose till 11 p.m. on the nose. Same thing on SmackDown. They show 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. on the USA Network, and it's a full 3 hours. That's what I don't understand why they do that. And NXT is a full 3 hours, which I'm watching today. And that's what I don't understand, why they cut us off in the middle of the show. And I'm in the middle of watching it. All of a sudden I see, thank you for watching this show here on Netflix. Boom, it's over. 10:45, over with. We're going to get 8, 9, 10. We're going to get 8 to 9, 9 to 10. And then 2 full hours, and then 2 hours and 15 minutes we're getting out of the whole thing. That's basically it. I just don't think it's I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right. And that's it, man. You know, I hope the Netflix people and the WWE people are listening to this, and they can try to fix it. I even complained to Netflix about it, and they think, we'll try. You know, I'm paying $7.99 a month, thank God, for ads. But all of you out there who are paying $15, $16 a month without ads, and that's not fair to all of you and all of me, you know. So I'm just hoping the Netflix and the WWE people are listening to this stream, because they can try to fix it somehow and give us our 15 minutes back. So it is 9. Is it 9 o'clock? I thought it was later than that. It's 9:12 p.m. So we're going to end this stream at 9:40. So what's up, people? What is up today? that's my little rant and raving there. My little rant and raving for the Netflix debacle. There's probably going to be a lot of more people complaining that they're getting cheated out of 15 minutes, 20 minutes, like 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2 hours and 20 minutes, actually, you're getting from Raw. And that's ridiculous. That is totally, totally ridiculous. You know, so it is. It's totally, totally ridiculous. And so we need somebody out there who can clarify this and find out why we're getting cheated out of between 20 and 15 minutes of Raw. You know, we'll have to see. Let me see where the next one is. February 3rd. We'll have to see what happens then. Also, I heard that WWE no longer owns the Titan Tower anymore. They moved to a newly constructed building in downtown Stamford, Connecticut. So they're no longer there anymore. Where they've been for I don't know, I guess 50 years, I guess. So they're there in a new building. So anyway, that's my little rant and rave on Netflix. And I said years ago, we'll never sign up for Netflix. So I don't think this Netflix thing with WWE is going to work because they're cheating the customer, cheating me actually. So, there you go with that. Now, for those of you who are politic people out there, which I normally don't do politics on this show, on this channel, I'm going to bring it up anyway. The freeze on federal money, where a lot of those programs like Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, I heard are going to get temporarily stopped. So what do you feel about that? How do you feel about that, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. I think something's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but something's going to happen for sure about our president. Well, we'll have to see what happens, I guess, ladies and gentlemen, and people out there. And we shall see, We shall see on that. I'm not a political expert, a tech expert, whatever the case may be, but there you go with that. So my main beef on this show today is the Netflix cheating WWE fans out of 15 to 20 minutes of Raw. That's what I'm upset about. And they need to fix that. They need to fix that big time, or they're going to lose a lot of customers. I'm guessing Netflix is going to, all the Raw fans are going to leave Netflix and just deal without it. If this is going to happen, every week, this is going to happen every week. It's ridiculous. And, it's going to be ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen, if they don't do something about it soon. Customers are going to leave Netflix and just deal without Raw. They should have just left it on USA Network. It's been on there, I guess, since the 90s, I'm guessing. So they should have just left it there. It wasn't causing any problems or anything. So I don't understand why they took it off of there to begin with. They think they're going to get a lot of people to watch it. But if you don't want ads, you're going to be paying $17 a month. If you want no ads, then you will have to pay $7.99 a month like me. Okay? So there you go. So that's my biggest beef. They should have left it alone. It was working fine on USA Network. And it could have just used the Netflix idea for overseas. And I don't know what the Peacock deal is going to be like. Then you have the premium live events, the PLEs are going to stay on Peacock. They're not really explaining anything to the fans who are loyal to this company. And they should be explaining what's going to happen to the premium live events. Are they going to stay on Peacock? Are they going to renew their deal with them? Or what? Because overseas, WWE Network is gone. Netflix has taken over the PLEs outside of the US. So we'll have to wait on that. People who have been paying on the WWE Network for years now are getting their PLEs on Netflix who live outside of the US. And if you live in the US, you get your premium live events on Peacock. Peacock, NBC, proud of the Peacock. So, I'm watching NXT in the other room right now. And that Grayson Waller, who does a show on NXT, he stinks. Him and Austin Theory are tag team partners on Raw, and they should stay there. Well, Grayson Waller should stay there, or Shawn Michaels, or whoever's in charge of Raw should can his butt. I feel like I'm doing a talk show here. So if you want to join in on the conversation, I am going to put the link here. Okay, I'm going to put the link here in the chat room. So if you all want to join in here, bing, wait a minute, bing, boom. Okay, I'm going to go to X, and I'm going to put it over there. So you can join in over there. There's the link there. Those of you, X, boom. X, there we go. Okay, there we are. All right. I'm going to put the X link up, the link in the X. If any of you want to come over from X, what's going on here? Wait a minute. Okay, X. Okay, there's that Gronk thing on X. Okay, X. Okay, there's that Gronk thing on X. Yep. So I'll put the link here in X if anybody wants to join in there as well. There it is. And post it. There we are. So if any of you would like to join in on the live stream tonight, just click on this big banner here. Join in on the live stream tonight. Just click on this big banner here. The big banner, and you can join in on the show. Okay? The big banner is on my X. The link is in the chat there. So you can join in this way. Okay? There. All right, there we go. So it's on X and it's on here. All right. Anyway, how does everybody feel about we're all getting cheated 15 to 20 minutes of Raw on Netflix? All right. Now, have anything else to show here. Let me see. It's 9:22 p.m. And the next show I'm going to do, I'm going to go through my videos. I want to show you a throwback video. Let me see if I can find one. Okay, Okay, we're going to look for a throwback video. A decent throwback video, that is. Okay, we're going to look for a throwback video. Okay. So when it pops up here, I don't want Copilot on there. Okay, let's go to here. Let's go to the channel. And I'm going to scroll down to the videos. Okay, we're going to scroll through my entire video library. Okay, I got a lot of junk on here. So let's scroll down here. I want to show you, ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you something called the Pepsi Nitro Taste Test. They still make them. They still make this stuff out there. You know, Amazon still sells it, vanilla and cola flavor. So I want to show. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute, guys. Hold on here. Let's scroll down. What is going on here with this thing? Oh, it's blacked out. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, we're going to scroll down here. Okay. All right. Let me go down here. Okay, here is what I want to show. Bang. Boom. Okay, here is what I want to show, ladies and gentlemen. This is, okay, let me go here just a minute here, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, if you can still hear me. Okay, you can still hear me. All right, we're going to go to this. Boom. Okay, hold on. Oh, that's what I had on here. Okay. So let's go to this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're going to share the screen. Okay, present, share. Okay, why are Canadian cell plans so expensive? Okay, share the screen. Okay. Okay. Now, hope you all see this on here, hopefully. Okay. There we go. Boom. All right, there we are. This is the way it came out this way. This is the way it came out this way, ladies and gentlemen. This is the way it came out. This is the way it came out this way, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So let's go here. Okay, we're going to do this. Okay, there we are. Okay, hope you all can see that there. All right, this is the way I had it. So this is why are Canadian cell phone plans so expensive? The way I had it. So this is why are Canadian cell phone plans so expensive? The way I had it. So this is why are Canadian Okay, so let's play this for you, and then you can see why our plans are a lot better than theirs, okay? Here we go. Let me go back to the beginning of this whole thing. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I was watching Canadian news. CBC News, and they were talking about on their marketplace show why Canadian cell phone plans are so more expensive than they are over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you all a show called Marketplace. They're gonna talk about these three testers who test Bell, TELUS, and Rogers. And then there is a cell phone carrier and Rogers person who's an expert on this, and he's going to talk to everybody about certain things. So they go into the to the CBC Marketplace call center, and they call up the cell phone carrier who want to change their carrier to something else. So watch this, everybody, and see what you think about this, and compare. And they also talk about data. In Canada, they're frowned on using their data because it'll congest the network and never get through it and be able to make phone calls. And they say other countries have a luxury that can use their data, but in Canada they can't. So let's go through this and let's see what you all think about this. Okay, and please comment and try to see if you can compare the American plans with the Canadian. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Putting the big three to the test.
Call you back in more than 3 hours.
What kind of BS is that?
What's it going to take to get more players?
I underestimated what a hurricane I was going to be going up against.
With so few phone companies, it's up to us to ring up some deals.
Over a course of 24 months, he'd be saving $3,187.96 plus tax.
We go long distance to reveal how others are doing.
In Canada, $10.22.
That's crazy.
Giving you the 411 only on your marketplace. These three Canadians are looking to slash their sky-high cell bills. Jeff Scott's trouble is with TELUS, Deborah Prenger's singing the blues with Bell, and Steve K, he's ready to rumble with Rogers.
Come on in, everyone. Thanks very much for helping us out today.
Here to help them, veteran negotiator Mohammed Halabi.
You're actually a professional cell phone plan negotiator.
Yes,
This is what you do for a living.
For a living.
And you've done it for years.
For years. That's why I've lost my hair.
Today, it starts with our own call center, our testers taking on their telco.
Let's start with a little bit of your backstory.
I'm with TELUS and I pay $108 with tax.
And you're paying more than you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Deborah,
I'm with Bell, and I pay an average of $438 a month.
come again.
$438 a month.
Macaroni.
I There's myself and my 2 university-age kids are
Okay.
also on the plan.
Steve,
I'm with Rogers. I have 4 lines, and I pay about $412 a month. We're just paying for a lot more service.
Canadians pay some of the highest cell service prices in the world, handing the big three billions every year.
Why is Canada so expensive? I'm a real estate agent in Toronto. My cell phone is my life.
But service isn't always great.
We would simply like to get what we're paying for.
I have to complain every single month.
I pay $110 a month with poor to no reception.
And that's driving discontent.
I think most cell phone servers in Canada are severely overcharging.
Where's the competition?
It's been a day of being in the dark for Rogers customers.
When the Rogers outage left a quarter of the country cut off,
one thing goes down, it kind of all just collapses.
About the only call getting through was a wake-up call.
They have alternative and they have choice.
Do you think Canadians have alternative and choice in this marketplace?
Very much so.
You're saying that with a straight face.
Experts warning too few players with too much power and not enough competition made the blackout so much worse.
We had all of our eggs in one basket. We took our home internet to Bell and kept our cell phones with Rogers because we didn't want that to ever happen again.
Now Steve's asking Rogers for a better deal.
I just want to transfer my phones over.
And we're asking, how do we all get a better deal? And who's blocking calls for it?
I really want to get my mobile rates down.
I'm just wondering what you can do.
Our testers start with shopping online.
$50 for additional lines, which is good.
Now they're calling up the little competition there is to see if others can do better.
Call will be recorded.
Steve's first up. Remember, he's with Rogers.
Thank you for calling TELUS.
But he's giving TELUS a try.
See how quickly they answered the call?
Mohammed says this kind of speedy service often goes to potential customers, not loyal clients.
That's 1 minute and 38 seconds.
A minute
from the
and
time you
38
press
seconds.
send.
Wouldn't it be beautiful if all customer service was like that, right?
I'm interested in switching my phone plan over from Rogers.
Mohammed thinks Steve could cut his bill in half if he says the right things.
He should be asking them, what is the best price you can give me for a 20 gigabyte plan or 30 gigabyte plan, right? Something more tailored to his usage, right?
Right now, my plan includes 135 gigabytes, but I don't need that much.
That's where I would stop.
So I have found some plans and some offers.
All right, what do you have for me?
5 minutes in, and the bargaining begins.
Which would definitely help you to get some savings today.
Let's get to the number. Let's get to the number. Come on.
But to get to that number, another 10 minutes and a whole lot of details will spare you.
$230.
Yeah,
$230.
230.
Let me just figure this out. 230 for all 4 lines.
That is 30.
You can see that he can literally save, almost $200 a month
By switching.
by switching.
Can he now convert that offer from TELUS to a better deal at Rogers? And is this really what it takes? We're calling up a guy who knows all about trying to create competition.
Hi, it's Anthony here.
13 years ago, entrepreneur Anthony Lacavera offers Canadians a radical alternative.
With real unlimited plans, no term contract.
Wind Mobile.
Fees. Wind. True mobile freedom.
Wireless networks are as important as roads to the future of the Canadian economy.
Wind doesn't offer cable, internet, or landlines like the big three.
They don't want you to cut the cord. They want you to stay on your cable service, stay on your home phone service.
But Wind's devoted only to cutting cell costs. Doing so, he says, pushes companies to lower their prices too.
Anthony.
David, good to see you.
Good to see you. Yeah. Let's take a look.
All right.
What's going on here with 2 towers, same site?
Well, unfortunately, Canada is one of the only countries in the world that hasn't figured out how to share towers.
Not sharing can drive up costs.
They were required to share towers with us. We built 1,564 cell sites across the country with Wind. We shared 1 tower successfully.
One.
And so
Even though it's supposed to be
mandated tower sharing.
He says new competitors would have a better shot if the rules were enforced, but they're not.
They were really able to put up a lot of barriers, but it goes far beyond that.
8 years after it was born, Wind has to sell out to cable company Shaw and is renamed Freedom Mobile.
I underestimated what a hurricane I was going to be going up against. You know, they put these fake competitors like Fido or Koodo or Chatter or even Virgin Mobile to create the illusion of competition. But when the Wind came, they went crazy.
you call them fake competitors because they're still owned by the big giant company.
All those brands are owned 100% by Bell, Telus, and Rogers. We're allowing these oligopolies to continue to function and to consolidate even further. We can't fault them for that. We have to have the government step in and fix this once and for all.
But will they? Until now, rather than better conditions for all of us, it's been left up to each of us to find our own deal.
Welcome to Rogers.
Easier said than done for our tester, Deborah, who dreads calling. She's with Bell, but she's checking out Rogers first.
I'm Bob from Roger. Oh, you see how quickly they answered?
Seconds.
This is why I've lost my hair. This right there.
And just like Steve, as a potential customer, her call is answered in less than 2 minutes.
I was wondering what Rogers is offering right now in terms of.
We have amazing deals. Steve's also trying for a better deal, calling Rogers, where he's been a customer for almost 20 years.
We can call you back when your call is next to be answered.
Look at the wait time. Let's see, 30 minutes?
In more than 3 hours.
3 hours. Oh my God. What kind of BS is that?
3 hours?
Who has 3 hours on a Sunday, right?
While we all wait here, I want to show you something really interesting that we found on the telco's website.
So this is Rogers. They have their essential plan, $85. But if I go and change it to Saskatchewan, that 85 goes down by $10 to 75. Same thing over at Bell if you change it to Quebec. What's going on? Some provinces have a regional competitor.
And it's driving lower prices for everyone.
Are there any other offers or discounts that you have right now?
Back in our call center, Deborah's call to Rogers to see what she'd save by switching is about to pay off.
So that'll be $170 plus tax.
Nearly $70 less a month.
You did a great job, so kudos to you.
Armed with options, Deborah calls her provider Bell, expecting an even better deal.
I want to see if Bell can match those rates.
But quickly finds Bell won't budge.
So if you're gonna cancel your services in here, you will be paying $1,831.40 for the 3 lines, okay?
To make a switch, she'd have to pay for her phones outright.
Just trying to deter her from moving.
Let's go out and see how she's.
Perfect.
How you feeling?
Depressed. I mean, none of us have time for this stuff.
It's time consuming.
Yeah.
There could be a variance between agent to agent.
So sometimes you may have to make more than one phone call?
100%.
Deborah calls it a day. But we're not finished with her yet. Meanwhile, choices aren't any easier for our third tester, Jeff. He's with TELUS. But a quick search on Bell's website suggests he could save $10 a month by switching.
I'd like to call about my existing cell plan.
So Jeff gets on the phone with his own provider, TELUS. And that's when things take a turn.
Are you calling me a liar? Because I'm telling you, he said 75.
Our expert goes from the sidelines to the front lines.
Okay, download it.
And we head overseas to show you just how much better they've got it.
My God, that's so much money.
This is your marketplace. We're dialing up a test to show just how much better other countries have it when it comes to cell phone bills.
Hello, France. Hello, Cedric. How are you?
Good, good.
Hi, Isabel. Hi, Australia.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. Hello, Ireland. Hi, Theo. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well.
In Canada, we've been conditioned to avoid using our data, but to foreigners, that's a foreign concept.
I don't even bat an eye if I'm on or off Wi-Fi, like it doesn't matter.
To find out how much more we pay, we're asking these 3 testers to do 3 everyday things. Scroll through Instagram.
I've arrived at Instagram.
Download a Marketplace episode from YouTube.
So I will download.
And a whole season of Wednesday from Netflix.
How's that download going?
All done.
We're going to calculate how much data you used, and then we'll compare that to how much the same kind of task would cost here in Canada.
Canada is often compared to Australia. Big country, small population. Our cell companies say that's one reason why our prices are so high.
Can you start by
Can you believe that, ladies and gentlemen? Can you believe that? Can you believe that, ladies and gentlemen? That Canada has no competition for cell phone use? Can you believe that? Man, that is crazy. All right, let's get back to the video, and you can hear more about this. They're overseas now, away from Canada, to see how other countries do their cell phones. Let's continue, and you'll be amazed at this.
by turning off Wi-Fi and turning off your battery saver?
Yep.
They also say Canada has many more towers. Still, Australians enjoy lower rates.
Okay, and we'll set the timer.
Okay, great.
In Canada, high prices have been in the spotlight for decades.
The CRTC has been pretty favorable towards big telecom.
The most recent case study, Rogers' planned takeover of Shaw and the sale of Freedom Mobile to Quebec's Videotron.
My job is to drive for lower prices for Canadians.
The players promise it'll mean more competition and lower prices for mobile phone customers. But the people in charge of regulating competition can't seem to agree on what's best. Our minister, he's waiting until the legal case is resolved.
You'd like to make a payment arrangement.
No.
With little competition, it's up to us to try to create competition.
I think he's struggling a bit with the prompting.
So Jeff Scott's been shopping around.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
He's calling his provider TELUS, armed with info from the competition.
If you still need to speak to an agent, too.
Wireless negotiator Mohammed Halabi thinks Jeff deserves a better deal.
Can you go lower, please?
Let me just
Tell him you have no contract. Tell him there's plans out there that are like half the price that suit you.
So the best option to go lower via a $15 savings off your monthly rate.
Sounds great, but his monthly bill has been yo-yoing for years.
The issue for Jeff is he lives right along the border. And sometimes his phone picks up the U.S. tower.
Our expert uses that for leverage.
It's nice of you that you've offered him some reduction here, to bring the plan to about $78. Is that correct?
Bring it down to $75.
Have you got credited back for your charges for the U.S. when you weren't in the U.S.?
Infrequently when I've called.
When you've called.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. We'd like to open up a case regarding this unjustified roaming charges.
I can only go back as far as 30 days.
And then he ups the ante again, asking to speak to a manager.
Hi, Mohammed, I have my colleague on the line. How are you doing today?
I'm not that happy right now.
As the call escalates, so do tempers when the TELUS manager puts the onus on Jeff for his roaming woes.
There have been several times that I believe Jeffrey has been informed that how to prevent these charges.
I'm not going to accept that. He's being charged for something he doesn't use. In Canada, I expect the charges credited back. He hasn't gone to the U.S. He deserves his money back.
With no resolution on roaming, talk returns to the monthly plan.
It is $80, my friend.
Okay, no. I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend.
The only plan that we have costs $80. There's nothing below that.
Okay, but I'm telling you, are you calling me a liar? Because I'm telling you, he said 75. Did he say 75? I would like this call escalated. I'm not happy with your service. I would like to speak to your supervisor.
Yeah, I can request for a call back.
Excellent.
The turnaround time is 72 hours.
No one ever calls back. But our other tester, Steve, is having more luck.
He's finding all the good deals for me, I bet.
His 3-hour wait with Rogers ends up way less, and so is the offer he's hearing. Rogers tells us it devotes most of its resources to loyal customers like Steve.
How close are we to being ready to talk here? Okay.
Remember, he's tested the waters with TELUS, and it offered to cut his bill in half.
Oh, you hear that, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Oh,
Now, Rogers
now you all
seems
know
willing to
why
play ball.
I get mad at the people who are on the phone. I'll explain that when this ends.
So, Mansing, I think I'd like to take the offer that that you put out there.
Here's competition at work.
There we go.
How much has he saved?
He's going to save almost $4,000 over the course of 2 years.
And all of us could do this.
All of us can do this.
We could, but in other countries, there's no need. Consider across the pond, where Parisians don't have to demand better prices, they're just lower from the get-go.
All right, if you can search CBC Marketplace inflation.
Yes, my favorite show.
Cedric is originally from Quebec.
Okay, so the video is downloaded.
His new home enjoys some of the best cell service.
Now you
and
see why a
cheapest
lot of
rates
people,
in
ladies
all
and
of Europe.
gentlemen, always have problems with their cell phone bill because they're so damn
Choice
high.
in the offer. The
So,
lack of competition
we'll
in
discuss
Canada
more about
is
this
very
when
noticeable.
we get back when this is over.
For the series Wednesday.
Over in Ireland, years ago, prices were high, just like ours. The industry dominated by few.
Okay, clicking download. We don't have to sit here and watch every episode, do we?
We do not, no.
Then government forced the big players to share their network with smaller ones. The result, wider choice and cheaper costs.
The free-for-all, it's like a buffet of phone activities.
After each download,
Okay, time's up. So go to your settings.
Yep.
we record our tester's stats, the amount of data for each task.
It says 121 megabytes.
172 MOs.
172 megabytes.
It says 1.8 gigabytes.
That sounds about right to me.
Then we crunch the numbers.
You ready for the results?
I'm ready for the results.
Using data from global research outfit Rewheel. It breaks down the average cost of mobile data around the world. For Instagram, that 5 minutes scrolling through stories, the average cell phone user in France would pay half a cent for that.
Wow.
In Canada, 20 cents.
That's crazy. That's over 20 times.
More than 20 times.
That download on YouTube for the average Canadian, $2.36. For the average Irish user, 5 cents.
Are you serious? That big of a difference?
The download of Wednesday on Netflix,
The average user in Australia would pay
$1.63 for that.
By comparison, the average user in Canada,
$10.22.
Oh my god. That's so much money. It's just pretty scary that that's your normal there in Canada.
So why can't we have the same? TELUS won't talk. Bell and Rogers send us to their industry rep. The Canadian Wireless Telecommunications Association says prices have been declining and operating costs are higher here than other countries. They also dispute Rewheel's conclusions. With such a disconnect between companies and customers, what should Ottawa do about it?
why has nothing changed?
It's political will.
That's next. This is your marketplace. After all the calls, there's still little competition among Canada's cell companies, and we're paying the price. So what could the feds do?
We are right in here.
New Democrat MP Brian Massey says the big three have had it too good for too long.
How politically powerful are the big three?
Very powerful. It's clear. I mean, they're the number one lobbyers on the Hill, and they basically have a revolving door.
And when the feds try to take action, it falls short.
They finally did some carve-outs for smaller players so that they can actually get into the market, but then they haven't protected them after that. So they get gobbled up by the big incumbents later on. So even when we've opened up to actually try to create competition, we never followed through.
Why has nothing changed?
It's political will. At the end of the day, we need to have a stronger consumer protection model, and Canadians are just waking up to that.
The buck really stops with Industry Minister François-Philippe Champagne. He says the feds are working for affordable service, but acknowledges more work needs to be done. We ask for an interview. His office says no. Meanwhile, Jeff Scott's still waiting to hear from TELUS. And Deborah, she takes Mohammed's advice and calls Bell again. This time, a different agent gets her a better deal. $55 less a month.
I would hope that the cell phone providers pay attention to this and take action themselves and start, giving better options for their existing customers, especially who have helped make them to what they are today.
The more we can educate Canadians, I think, and the more people understand that this doesn't need to be this way.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Why their cell phone companies are a disaster. And what he said in the show there, he said, we in the United States and other countries are kind of lucky in a way that we get unlimited data here and it's included. But up there, they're regulated not to use data because it'll clog up the system, it'll clog up everything, and and all that. But when we come and visit, we have to turn off our data. Because when my friend and I, we went up there April of 2015, we couldn't use our data because they say we clog up the system, like congestion that they say down here. So those of you that watch my channel or watch the tech YouTubers up in Canada, how do you all feel about this, ladies and gentlemen? How do you feel that if U.S. carriers don't have this problem, but our northern neighbors do, and also they're okay, we're back live. How did you feel about that, ladies and gentlemen? Ho, 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 ho. Man, we've got it good down here when it comes to cell phone use. I'm telling you, man. We've got it good down here when it comes to cell phone. Yeah. We don't sit 3 hours on the phone waiting for someone to answer. And you noticed on that video, that they had overseas customer care too, the Indian people. So, man, I wonder if they've improved since that was made, because I know AT&T and Verizon are up there. So we'll have to wait and see on that. So I just wanted to show that video, and that was a throwback. I forget when I did that exactly. But I'm going to show another live stream probably Thursday night and go from there, I guess. Thursday night and go from there, I guess. So there you are. So those of you out there that want to complain and be an F&A Netflix, that's the number one thing that I wanted to discuss about the Raw on Netflix, WWE, and cheating us out of 15 to 20 minutes of Raw. Oh, I forgot to mention, this Saturday that just passed, Saturday Night Main Event, it was wonderful. When Kevin Owens came out and accused, I think that was Friday night, and Cody was saying, "You did not earn that title. You stole that title." And so I can't wait till the Royal Rumble comes, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be something to watch. And I'm hoping Logan Paul doesn't come in there. Because if he does, he's going to ruin the whole thing and all that jazz. And I know Cody and Kevin do not like each other. They can't stand each other. And Triple H should just fire his butt. Same thing with this Grayson Waller from Australia. I think Shawn Michaels, who's in charge of NXT, should can him altogether too. Because he's not really doing anything. He just comes on, has this little talk show thing, and that's it. You know, Austin Theory, at least he gets out of the ring and does something. You know, does his job and all that jazz. But this Garrison Waller, whatever his name is, does absolutely positively nothing. You know, so we'll wait and see on Saturday and see how the Royal Rumble is going to turn out. And Saturday night's main event was great. You know, the very first one that came on about a month ago was the first one since the WWF days. I used to watch it. It used to be on every Saturday night. And then for about 5 or 6 to 7 years, they didn't have them on anymore until I think last month. But anything that I say in this live stream tonight, please correct me if I'm wrong. Put in the comments. Send me some comments. You can vent your frustrations in the comment section and and all that jazz. You know, you can vent your frustrations in the comments. You can scream and yell and call me names. Say, "You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about." Blah, 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 blah. You can say all that stuff. And it won't hurt me a bit because that's what the comment section's for in all the YouTube channels, to vent and scream and yell and all that. Say, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. Blah, and all that stuff, you know. So, yes. When I first did this, I want to tell you all, when I first became a YouTuber back in 2020, during the pandemic, I had nothing to do. Because where I worked at, they closed it up. Half the country was closed. It was a mess. So I had nothing to do, so I made a lot of live streams and a lot of videos in 2020. So I'm going to look for a good one tomorrow and put it on here Thursday night and let you watch a little bit of it. Because I'm not showing, and those of you out there, remember the drama we went through. And I'm not showing any of those live streams at all. They're just going to be in my archives. And there you go. I'm never going to I showed a little piece of one. It's they're in there somewhere. So out of my 400 and some videos, they're in there somewhere. And I want to also say to everybody, Happy Lunar New Year to all of you out there. Those of you who follow the Lunar New Year and all that good stuff, Happy Lunar New Year to everybody. And so there you go with that. And I wanted to just say, those of you who have watched a lot of these videos over the years, thank you for supporting this channel. Soon I will be able to do super chats and all that jazz, and soon, hopefully in another 3 months or so, I hope. So super chats, and there you go with that. So that's coming down the pike soon, I hope. I hope so. So anyway, I just want to say to everybody out there, thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for allowing me to be in your live streams, just to be in the chat room, you know, like Sneed and Tito and Carlos and Rilo from Canada and Vincent Emo from Canada. They allow me to be in their chats during their live streams, and that's nice of them to allow me. And Rilo, if you're watching this channel from Canada, I think from Toronto, I was watching one of your videos today. It was wonderful about the fire department. And I didn't realize you made me a moderator in your channel. That is very nice. Thank you, Rilo from Toronto. And thank you, Vincent Emo, for allowing me to be in your chats. And Mr. Sky of Universe, if you're watching, thank you for allowing me to be in your chats as well, too. I just happened to find all of you, Rilo and Vincent Emo and Sky, but I was just flirting and flicking through the YouTube channels and found you guys. So there you go. Same with Pepper Tree Villa as well, too. I happened to find them just zipping through the YouTube channels 2 years ago. So in 23, I found those guys. And they're one of my favorite YouTube channels ever. I've been a part of Tito's live streams for years. Same with Carlo. Same with Sneed. Sneed was one of, I wanted to tell you, I really, at first, when YouTube first came out, I really hated YouTube. I said, no, I'm not going to be a part of that community. Blah, 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 blah. You know, I just happened to watch everything. And then I just said, I'd like to try that one time. You know, be doing something like this. So I had a channel. And I can admit that I wanted to be a tech expert and all that stuff. And everyone's getting mad at me saying, you're not a tech expert. And all that stuff. So I deleted that channel, gone. Then in 2020, I said, okay, I'll bring a new one back. I couldn't bring the old one back, so I had to do a new one. And this is it. So 4 years ago, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 years ago, I started a new YouTube channel, and here it is. There's a lot of videos on this channel, so if you subscribe to it, you'll have a lot of things to take a look at. And you can comment, you can question, you can complain, you can cuss, in the comments, not in the live streams, but in the comment section, you can say stuff. I'm not sure if I'll agree with you all or approve of your comments, but they're there and all that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got 2 more minutes to go, and we'll be on here an hour. So, I don't do live streams very often anymore. So please comment and voice your views in my live stream in the comment section about being cheated 15 to 20 minutes on Raw. And I didn't realize last Friday that SmackDown's 3 hours now. It goes from, used to be 8 to 10 on Fox. Now it's 8 to 11 on USA, the second home of SmackDown. When SmackDown first started, it was on the United Paramount Network. And it would always be interrupted by baseball, sports. And when SmackDown first started, it used to compete with WCW and their Thursday Night Thunder. SmackDown used to be on Thursday nights on UPN, and the creative team at WCW wanted to compete against WWE or WWF at the time on Thursday. They wanted to compete with their SmackDown, just like WCW Nitro competed with Raw. And if I'm saying anything wrong, please say it now in the chat or in the comments later down the road. So the creative team at WCW came out with Thursday Night Thunder. And if you want to watch any of the old WCWs and you have Peacock, P-E-A-C-O-C-K, go to Peacock and click on WWF. and you'll see the library with ECW in there, all the Nitros, all of Paul Heyman's old company, the old WCWs. I was watching on Peacock a few months ago the final WCW in 2001 when McMahon and Shane McMahon bought WCW. And they were doing their spring breakout in Panama City Beach, Florida. That was the best WCW I could ever see. I've ever seen in my life. Goldberg was there. He came over to WWE for a while and then got canned. Hey, look who it is. Latrella boy, how are you? What's up, mister? Ah, I'm glad you still support me, thank goodness. Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm so happy when you guys get in here and stop by once in a while. So I do. Thank you, Latrella. I support you too when I get a chance to see you on here. How was CES before you get out of here? Did you go to CES, Mister, by the way? I didn't catch your live, but I've been missing everyone. It's okay, mister. Don't worry. Let's see, your average consumer. Well, I wanted to go to CES next year, but when I went to go look at the registration page, it said you got to work for a tech company or electronics company in order to go. And I said, forget that idea. Justine's sister again. I saw Justine's sister going this year. I saw, oh, you saw them. There you go. There you go. Yep, that sounds pretty good. I've been on here an hour now because I have a part of this. You can watch the rest of the replay if you want to. I showed a video from a CBC broadcast up in Canada called Marketplace. And they were showing up there at the time how their cell phone companies, you can get a pass with your YouTube channel, but you need to have enough monthly viewers. Well, I don't know about that. Anyway, you can watch this Canadian broadcast company called Marketplace, and they talk about how their cell phone companies compare to other countries. And you can watch it, a little bit of it, not the whole thing, but you can see how these people who have either TELUS, Bell, or Rogers, and you can see how their bills are outrageous and how long they sit on the phone. So you can watch the replay of this live later. So, and see the rest of it down there. So, all right, Mr. Latrella, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to end this live stream, but I'm here for an hour and 4 minutes. So, thank you, Latrella, for being here. Thank you for coming in and visiting with me for a little while. Yep. Thank you, Latrella boy. Yeah, I've been on here for a while now. I've been on here for an hour. Ugh. And it's almost 10 p.m. here. So, yep, I'm out. Well, things are well, we just got through a cold snap here. We were, before I go, I'll let you know, we had -8 at 12, 10 degrees cold. Who came through the chat? Just you. You're the only one that's come in here so far. And there's 2 people watching. Well, did 2 with 8 here. Now we're thawing out here. It's in the, let's see now. Look, wait a minute. Okay. Get back in. It is now exactly 38 degrees. Yeah, it's actually 30 out now. So we're thawing out now. It's going to be, yeah, we're going to get warm here soon too. More or less. So, all right, everybody, want to get out of here. So thank you, Latrella, for coming. Thank you for being here. You can watch the replay and see your chats in there when you see the replay later tonight. It's windy. Yes, it is. It is windy. It makes it feel like 19. All right, Mr. Latrella, thank you very much for supporting me as a person and me as a live stream YouTuber. We'll see you again soon. And I want to tell you also, bro, that you have been very nice to a lot of us YouTubers here, especially me, who really doesn't know what the hell he's talking about half the time. So again, Latrella, thank you. And I'll hopefully look for another video coming from you soon. Yes. All right, everybody. Bye-bye for now. Take care. Bye. Boom.